Hey lore lovers! Growing up, I was never the biggest fan of Greek mythology. To me, it was much like the American Revolution. It was taught almost every year, it was the same stories over and over, and I just grew bored of them. I have grown to love Greek mythology as the American Revolution, but it's not one of my favorites. But other cultures, myths, and legends captivated me. Learning about the serpent god of the Mayans, Ragnarok in Norse mythology. And my favorite is still Egyptian mythology, which you can still find grains of their legends in stories and myths that we still talk about today and in even modern day religions. One such thing I enjoyed learning about was the Eloko.
Is that like the Spanish word for crazy or something? I'm guessing like a crazy goblin. Oh, crazy goblin! Please tell me we're talking about crazy goblins.
You are way off. It's not even a goblin or even Spanish. The Eloko, or Biloko for plural, comes from Central Africa in the country of Zaire, or the Republic of Zaire. Eloko are from the Mongo Nukundo language, and it refers to a dwarf-like creature that lives in forests.
That doesn't sound too bad. Are they friendly?
To you, sure, maybe, but to me, not so much.
I do exude good taste.
Oh, if you only knew.
Why?
Let's just say you could eat those words by the end of this video. The Biloko dress only in leaves. They can't grow hair but grass. Some of them even have grass beards down to their knees. They have long, sharp claws and a snout with a mouth that can open wide enough to eat a man whole, whether he's alive or dead. And they possess small bells that gives them magical abilities. It allows them to cast spells on the unwitting. Possessing an amulet or some other magical artifact could protect you from the Biloko's magic. And what I found interesting, they all live in hollow trees.
Like the Keebler elves! I wonder if they make delicious cookies.
Well, according to Jan Napper, this is one of the stories of the Biloko. One day, a hunter took his wife, at her insistence, into the forest where he had a hut with a palisade around it. When he went out to inspect his traps, he told her, "When you hear a bell, do not move. If you do, you will die." Soon after he had left, she heard the charming sound of a little bell coming closer, for the Eloko has a good nose for feminine flesh. Finally, a gentle voice asked to be let into his room. It was like the voice of a child. The woman opened the door, and there was an Eloko, smelling like the forest, looking small and innocent. She offered him banana mash with fried fish, but he refused, saying, "We eat only human meat. I have not eaten for a long time. Give me a piece of your arm." At last the woman consented, totally under the spell of the Eloko. That night, the husband found her bones.
Feminine flesh and nothing but bones? She should have had an amulet. Maybe the husband took her there on purpose.
We aren't turning a story about a mythical being into an episode of 60 Minutes and True Crime.
Yeah, probably the wrong audience for that.
How Eloko come into being is actually conflicted. The more popular legend is that they are spirits who died under extreme circumstances in the forest. And Eloko forms from the bones of the deceased. Only hunters with amulets or other forms of magical protection can actually survive in the forest when Eloko is there. And it's said the magical spells that the Eloko has that's coming from the bells is most effective on women. The Eloko, as shown in the story, can make a woman go mad and are willing to give themselves up completely to be devoured piece by piece. The Eloko are said to guard treasures of the forest, fruits, and other resources that the hunters need. So they are a formidable threat, if you believe in the Eloko. And with that, lore lovers, what do you think? Do you believe in the Eloko? Do you want to come across one? Are you thinking twice about plundering the rainforests of Zaire now? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to be alerted for when the next video becomes available.
I guess Zire is the real place where no girls are allowed.
Until next time, lore lovers.